So in this episode, Brienne, Sansa, and Jon convinced Daenerys to let Jaime fight for them against the White Walkers. I was under the impression that Jaime believed Cersei to be sincere when she said that she would send the Lannister army north, but he was the one who tells Daenerys that she has no intention of doing that. It seems like maybe Cersei's plan is to wait until the White Walkers kill everyone in the north, then use the Iron Fleet and the Golden Company to take over the Seven Kingdoms and also maybe fight the White Walkers. Cersei is always making plans that she thinks are clever, but they often end up backfiring. She gave power to the Sparrow and he turned against her. She blew the Sparrow up along with Marjorie and that drove her son Tommen to suicide. She's essentially helping the Night King now, so it's only a matter of time until she ends up regretting that decision. Bran makes it clear to Jaime that he remembers being pushed out that window, but decides that they need Jaime, so he doesn't tell anyone else what went down. Jaime wonders what will happen after the battle, but Bran says, "How do you know there is an afterwards?" I suspect this means that Jaime will die fighting. I doubt he means that the White Walkers will win, because if that were the case, then why bother saving Jaime for the fight? Jaime tells Tyrion that Cersei probably isn't lying about being pregnant. Maybe she just doesn't care about it. Maybe she figures that since Maggie the Frog's prophecy said that she would have only 3 children, the kid is going to die anyway. Tyrion wonders if maybe he could become a zombie and then kill Cersei. Jorah tells Daenerys that it would be prudent for her to be civil with Tyrion. He's been naive and trusting Cersei, but he's still useful. He also wants her to be civil with Sansa. That's easier said than done though, since Sansa refuses to ever bend the knee even after Daenerys takes the throne. Theon shows up to help and Sansa seems pleased. Some folks are shipping these two, but some other folks are like, they can't be a couple, Theon's a eunuch. But Grey Worm is a eunuch too, and his love life is just fine. Bran figures that a way to get the Night King to show up is to use himself as bait. That seems a bit easy to me. Theon wants to protect him, so I figure he will die in the next episode. I hope they don't defeat the White Walkers in one episode, but there are only 4 episodes left, and after they take care of the zombies, they still have to take care of Cersei and figure out what Daenerys will do with the North, so they have to wrap things up pretty quickly. Tyrion sits and listens to Bran's story, which I'm sure will furnish him with lots of useful information. Ghost sort of makes an appearance. He doesn't do much, he just sort of stands there and clearly looks awkwardly green screened in. Sam asks Jon if he's waiting for the right moment to tell Daenerys that he's Rhaegar's son, but of course he's going to do it right before the battle and throw her mind off the fight because that's the honorable thing to do, I guess. Davos, Jaime, Tyrion, Tormund, Brienne, and Pod hang out next to the fire. Tormund tries to impress Brienne, but just ends up coming off as gross and absurd. The Hound is hanging out on the castle wall. Arya tries to talk to him, maybe to make amends, but Beric shows up and she decides that she can't really have the conversation she wants to have while he's there, so she goes and does Gendry. Jaime knights Brienne and Tormund applauds. She has more qualities of a knight than anybody else on the show, so this was good to see. Lyanna Mormont insists on fighting. Jorah doesn't want her to, but she's Lyanna Mormont, so of course she's going to fight. Nobody's going to be able to keep her from fighting. Pod turns out to be a surprisingly good singer. Maybe that's why he got that brothel freebie. So the next episode is going to be one long battle scene, which should be pretty cool.